Hi, I'm Andrea Anthony, and you're watching Eat, Drink, and Bake with Andrea. Truffles. Who doesn't love truffles? And what's fun about truffles is that they are so simple to make. Easy, simple, and they're elegant. And you can choose any kind of toppings you like, so it's a fun dish to play with. Now we're going to make a basic chocolate ganache. That's really all truffles are. We're starting with dark chocolate chips. You want to get really, really good chocolate. This is where it's the whole body of the recipe. So you want to make sure you're buying high quality chocolate, and we're using butter, using salted butter. Otherwise, if you use sweet, we would need some salt in it, but this works well. Just a little bit of corn syrup, just to make them a little silky. I don't use a lot. That's just for texture. And of course, our heavy cream. And that's basically what truffles are made of. It's a chocolate ganache. We're gonna walk over to the stove and get it started, but let's just talk about the toppings. You can put anything you like. We have some nonpareils, we have chopped pistachios, we have the classic dark cocoa, we have macadamia nuts, which have been ground, and we have organic coconut. And by the way, if you do use coconut, I would suggest unsweetened coconut. Now, another little device, a little tool that's very handy is a chocolate melter. And you want to have an 8x8 pan lined with plastic. So let's move over to the stove and we'll get this going. We're going to start with our heavy cream. So let's get our flame going, and we're going to pour that heavy cream into our saucepan. We're not going to boil, we're just going to bring the heat up in our heavy cream. So let's give that a couple of minutes to heat up. So our cream is sort of distributed throughout the bottom of the pan. Our chocolate has been melted. I did use our chocolate melter, which works really, really well for this recipe. Okay, we're looking good. At this point, we're going to add our chocolate. Now's the time we're going to lower the flame. You want to start in the middle of the pan, combining the chocolate with the cream. And you're going to see it start to get silky. And we're looking for this to become nice and silky, and you can see it taking shape. And at this point, we're adding our butter. Probably, I would say, give it about 4 stages. This is just about the melting now. And our last pat of butter. Okay, at this point, we're just going to add a little bit of our corn syrup, just a tad, and mixing well together. Okay, we're looking good. Our ganache is finished. Now it's the cooling down process. So we'll walk back to the counter and we'll get that going. Okay, we're all set here with our pan. It's been nicely lined with plastic. And at this point, we're just going to pop it in the refrigerator, and we're going to let it set. It has to be nicely set before we roll it into balls. So you need to give it, I would say, about 2 or 3 hours easy. And then we'll take it out and we'll start assembling our truffles. Chocolate has set, it's been in the refrigerator, and you can see why we put it in the pan. Sometimes I've seen this recipe where you put the chocolate in a bowl. That's okay, you can use a scoop, but this is a little more, it's easier to get it portioned out this way and keep everything just about the same size. So you can sort of eye the chocolate and cut accordingly. So I'm cutting squares. The gloves make it a little easier to work with. The chocolate's not so easy to work with, and you should have a little side towel on the side. Okay, so we're gonna just roll them. Truffles, they don't have to be perfect balls. They're meant to be a little bit rustic, and that's perfectly fine. So we're looking at something like this, okay? And that's what we're looking at. And once again, okay, we can roll. And these are our macadamia nuts. And you can see that you can sort of standardize the cuts by cutting them into squares. You can decide your own portions and everything will come out the way you want it to by actually visualizing what these little portions look like. And you can make them bigger or smaller, whatever you like. Now we'll try some pistachios. And you know, truffles are such an elegant dessert. You can keep them in the refrigerator in an airtight container. They last for a good 3 weeks. I like to keep them around if you have unexpected company. You can take them out. They go great with espresso or coffee or cappuccino. It's just a nice ending to dessert or for a little coffee break during the day for a pick-me-up. And as far as the toppings go, you can sort of keep them festive to the season. You can use orange sprinkles for the Thanksgiving holidays, or crushed candy canes for Christmas, or any of these toppings that you like. So it's kind of a very flexible recipe, and you can dress them up or just keep them very rustic, choose the toppings that you like, and it's just really a great recipe. Truffles, and you can see how easy it was. Very simple ingredients. Thank you for watching Eat, Drink, and Bake with Andrea. And remember, it's all about great ingredients, step-by-step recipes, and enjoying time with our friends and family.